warms my heart that you're even having such a thing, because we should be celebrating multilingualism in this society. And that's why, yes, absolutely. And that's why I actually flew here straight from Washington, D.C. and came right literally off the plane to this event, because I wanted to make sure that those of us who do value multilingualism connect, and that we advance our cause even further. And it is so significant that you are having this symposium right here, because less than a mile away, in 1971, the Spanish Immersion program that was started right here with one kindergarten class at Linwood Howe Elementary School, the first public school language immersion program in the entire country. That you planted the seed right here in Culver City, and that is very, very significant. Well, I grew up in a bilingual household. I ended up being a teacher in the LA Community College District for 20 years. And when I got into Congress, I decided that I really wanted to concentrate on education. The first thing I did was join the Education and Labor Committee in Congress. And the second thing I did was to introduce the GLEE Act, the Global Language Early Education Act. This bill creates a great program that school districts can use to establish immersion programs in their schools. We set it for $100 million in grants, and with these grants, you can do one of three things. You could have developmental bilingual education programs that enable speakers of one language to achieve full academic proficiency in the student's first and second language. We have a second language immersion program that enables speakers of English to acquire proficiency in a second language that's important to your language or heritage. And a dual language program, which can enable native language speakers and English language learners to acquire a second language, but in the same classroom. And the significant thing about my bill is that it emphasizes preschool. It makes sure that students start learning when they're young in local preschools, so kids can have a head start. I want kids to be learning this as soon as possible, because the earlier they learn them, the more they will benefit. In fact, study after study shows that learning a second language increases student achievement. So not only will this act, GLEE, improve student achievement in school, it will help these students after they graduate and when they enter the workforce. Now, in many countries, it is required for all students to learn two foreign languages starting in elementary school. But compare that to the US, where in 2008, a mere 15% of elementary students were enrolled in foreign language courses. So we must close this gap if our students are going to be truly competitive in the international workforce. Today, our economy is global, it knows no borders, and hundreds of languages are out there to be spoken. And that is why the GLEE Act is so important. With GLEE and the global language mindset, we can create a generation of American students that are truly world-class and can compete with everybody else. Now, where is GLEE in the whole scheme of things? We were going pretty well. I, in fact, joined the Education and Labor Committee so that I could participate in the reauthorization of No Child Left Behind. And this is a bill that we are calling now ESEA, the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. However, there was a changeover in this last election, and all the efforts that we put towards the reauthorization of ESEA ground to a halt. So we have this temporarily on hold. Nonetheless, I feel very, very strongly about this, and I will keep on introducing this bill until it is passed. fact, I'm a co-sponsor of their bills. One person is Congressmember Raul Grijalva of Arizona, who has the PRIDE Act, and this bill provides up to 5 grants to local school districts so that they can establish flagship dual language programs. The other ally is Congressmember Rush Holt, who would establish a center at the Department of Education that will coordinate with the Departments of State, Defense, and Commerce to provide incentives for states across America to adopt and implement nationally recognized standards for K-12 foreign language instruction. So it's great that we have these allies in Congress, but we do need to increase the numbers of allies that we have so we can make sure that these bills do pass. Now let me say that it's not all that easy to pass this kind of bill in Congress. Some people are thinking English only. Not everybody in Congress understands how important multilingualism is. They don't see the worth in making the short-term investment, even though the long-term payoffs are so enormous.